Still of an English morning, four small children cry, caught in the storm of grown-up choices, nowhere left to hide. Their mother's pleas went unanswered, their father turned away, and the road that led to Plymouth took their childhood far astray. But on the deck of the Mayflower, where the wind and waves grew wild, a gentle soul named William Brewster knelt beside a frightened child. He gathered little Richard Moore, took Mary by the hand, and whispered, "You are safe here now, the Lord knows where you stand." Two families crossing wide and deep, bound by fate the sea would keep. Her ancestor, the one who stayed true, helped carry his ancestor through. On that ship of sorrow and grace, God wove a bond time can't erase. William Brewster held them near. Love was stronger than fear. Through the storms and winter's darkness, the Brewsters stood as light, teaching prayers, sharing fire, guarding children through the night. Little Mary's voice fell silent in that cold New England year, but they wrapped her in compassion, laid her down with tender tears. And Richard grew a survivor, with the Brewsters by his side, learning faith and steady courage in a world so raw and wide. Two lines drifting through the ages, two hearts meeting once again. Greg and Laura standing here now, where the stories live within.
Two families crossing wide and deep, bound by promises they keep. Her ancestor carried his through the storm, giving hope, keeping hearts warm.
From a ship on a windswept sea to the love in your family, the Brewster's kindness still lives on in every life your line has drawn. When kindness takes a child's hand, it shapes the future of the land. Two families, once strangers apart, joined forever, heart to heart.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a family legend about a secret fifth child.
So what if your family's most treasured story just wasn't true? Let's get into it.
For a decade, this one family held on to a really compelling story about their ancestors, Greg and Laura.
The legend that a fifth child of Catherine Moore was born in secret and escaped a terrible fate?
I mean, it's a great story, right? A secret survivor who started a whole new family line. It was a story of hope, but the historical records, they tell a much, much darker story.
So you've got this beautiful legend on one side and the harsh truth on the other.
See, the real story starts with 4 kids whose own father believed they weren't his.
And the result was just devastating. The kids were seized and put on the Mayflower in 1620. And they were so young. Eleanor, Jasper, Richard, and little Mary. It's just heartbreaking.
Just 4 children. The historical records are absolutely clear on that number.
But this is where another family story enters the picture, and it's a real connection.
See, Laura's ancestor, Elder William Brewster, was the Pilgrim's spiritual leader on that same ship. And guess who was placed in his care? 2 of the Moore children, Richard and Mary. That first winter, little Mary died, but Richard survived, and he lived with the Brewsters for years.
Okay, so back to the legend. After 10 years, they decided to dig a little deeper.
And the conclusion they reached after all that research, well, it was pretty undeniable.
Turns out there was no 5th child. The entire story was a myth.
No baptism record, no DNA line, nothing. The legend just wasn't supported by the facts.
The legend got them started, but the truth gave them clarity.
They could still cherish the story that began this whole incredible journey, you know?
And now they could honor the truth they found, a real, powerful story of human connection.
It just goes to show you, sometimes the truth you uncover is way more profound than the legend.